Hello today, my friends. Today I want to share with you another portion from my book, but talk about your childhood and your dysfunction, because many people grow up with dysfunction in their family and they blow it off as nothing. And sometimes it isn't really a big thing, but sometimes it really is a big thing, and it's actually traumatic. So today I wanted to read another portion from my book, Because You Matter, to share how that happened to me and how you have to own that. You have to own the dysfunction. You have to see it for what it is, because you can't heal from something that you refuse to see. So I want to read this little portion to you today called Own Your Dysfunction. No one's childhood is perfect. My childhood is a part of my story, and it's why I'm who I am today and why my career is what it is. Misty Copeland. If you don't know who Misty Copeland is an amazing ballerina who was told she could never be a ballerina because she doesn't have the body of a ballerina. But you know what she did? She said, I'm going to be a ballerina anyways, and she is really amazing. As a child growing up, I looked at certain other children and wished for their lives, sometimes wishing I were them. They seemed to have it all together while I felt so inferior. After addressing the trauma and dysfunction in my life, I understand how wrong my perception was. No one has a perfect childhood. Granted, not all children suffer trauma, and there are those with less dysfunction than others. But because we're all human, we can never be rid of dysfunction. People make mistakes, and we hurt one another by accident. Remember the section, no malice does not equal no harm, which I also read that on another day. No malice does not equal no harm. So if you want to know more about that, you can search for that video. Taking a good look at and dealing with whatever dysfunction there was in your childhood is owning it. By owning it, you empower yourself to live past it and break free of its power to affect you. Owning your dysfunction teaches you. It gives you the ability to choose how to go forward. Shine the light of truth on it. Add in some grace for all family members because they're human. Forgive and draw boundaries where needed. Make changes where needed. Do your best and continue to grow. Then keep doing your best. We can lessen dysfunction by doing this. I made mistakes in raising my kids. Our family had our own flavor of dysfunction. I did the best I knew how, yet I do some things differently now because I've grown and changed. But I don't have a time machine, and I've told my children, although I didn't do everything perfectly, I improved on my parenting from my parents, and they won't be perfect either, but are improving on my parenting. The opposite of owning your dysfunction is to blame. Living in blame makes you a powerless victim. There's a song by Kelly Clarkson called Because of You. This song helped me shift the cause of my pain from myself to other people. I needed to know the truth. Children are not to blame for their trauma. Blame, as in identifying the cause, is useful. After that, the focus needs to shift to healing the wound it caused. We need to separate the human that's guilty of an action from the action itself and change our focus to how the action or actions affected our soul. Because there was a cause, there was an effect. Healing comes into view when blame transforms into a cause instead of judgment. Judgment and blame become useless because the past can't be changed. What happened cannot unhappen. The cause cannot be removed, but the effect can be healed. Acknowledging dysfunction can move you from victim to survivor to victor. That whole, with the whole because, that's was a real pivot point for me in my heart. The because, there was a cause. And if we focus on the people, we get stuck. But if we focus on what happened and the cause, then we can work our way and get to the healing and become victorious. And so I really wanted to share that with you. If you want more, then go to wherever you like to buy books and grab a copy of Because You Matter. It's available in Kindle, paperback, and audio. And you don't want to do that and you'd like these videos, do a search. I have a bunch of different pieces that I have read from this book, and I will continue to do that because you matter. I'm Danielle Burnock from DanielleBurnock.com, that lady on the internet who says she loves you. Until next time.